Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk a little more about what I am doing, why this is so important to me, and just some ways that you guys can learn and do things as far as the ketogenic diet. So I have now been doing this, I think, for about 8 months, and it has been one of the best things I've ever done for myself in my life. And like I've said, if you go through my videos, I started this out as a vegan. And I mean, one reason I went vegan was because I just wasn't eating meat a lot. I don't know, I'm just not a huge meat person. I really am into like vegetables and fruit and stuff. And so it's not like I had any ethical reasons to do it. It's just like, oh, I'm not eating meat. I might as well do this. I mean, there are a lot of health benefits. So that's how all of this started. And so I really dug into it. I really done the research. Once I do something, I make sure I'm doing it perfectly. And that's how I stumbled upon the ketogenic diet. Now, with that being said, I do not eat tons of meat. Like with the bodybuilding community, there is a lot of, oh, the ketogenic diet is just a lot of meat and protein, which is not at all true. It's really, really high fat, really super low carb. I mean, the only reason you should be eating carbs is through dark green vegetables. I mean, if you look in my fridge, I'll probably show you here in a second, but it's either all green or it's all red from my meat. And I guess my favorite meats right now are just bacon and maybe some sausage. I find my stomach has a hard time processing beef, but I haven't actually like experimented with that yet. It was just like one time. I don't know. I still have to do that. And that's another thing with the ketogenic diet. There is no right way to do this. I mean, as far as macros go, like no one can have the same macros. No one can tell you what your macros are. You have to completely experiment with this. It is completely tailor-made to every single person, especially when you're trying to figure out your goals. Like if you're trying to lose weight, for the first time you switch to keto, you're going to lose a ton of water weight. But after that, like you really have to experiment how much fat you should be eating and the calories. Like sometimes you're going to have to go low. But I mean, it's really easy because you're not craving all the time like a carb person is. With me right now, I really had to take down my protein. I didn't realize I was eating so much protein in the beginning. So now I do tend to drink a lot of bulletproof teas. I now don't do coffee anymore because I got off of it for like 3 weeks, just because, I don't know, I just do things like that. I was getting bored of it. And I went to tea with like a green tea, a light green tea and stuff. And it was awesome. Like I have that every morning. But then one morning I decided to do coffee and I got really sick. I got really anxious from like all the caffeine. So now I just don't do that either. I mean, it's just an experimenting thing. But like I said, I love eating this way. So from my whole vegan experience, I don't buy any commercially made meats. My family, we know a farmer who raises her cows and her pigs and stuff. And they take very good care of their animals and then they kill them and sell them. And so, that's a really healthy way. I don't want to contribute to any of this commercial meat eating. I think it's really wrong. That's why there's all this sickness and abuse in animal commercial producing places because you're doing it the wrong way. God didn't intend for us to be slaughtering this many animals at this fast a rate. And that's why everything was blowing up. So, the bird flu, that thing, now eggs are like a million. So many eggs were lost in that because they were mass producing all this stuff. There's like a pig sickness that took out a bunch of pork meat. Just crazy things like that are happening. So it's like, I just want to stay away from that. And so yeah, I go to my local food markets where they get from all the local farmers. They buy from all the local farmers. And so, I don't eat a lot of fruit. I broke out with fruit. It's just not my thing. So right now my main source is like bacon. I do take some vitamins here and there. Um, but I mean, I love the way I'm looking, and I love the way that I don't think about food 24/7. Um, I love that my mood is so stable. And I mean, like I said, this diet is not, I mean, it's not for everybody, you know, but this isn't like just a diet for me. This is the way I would live the rest of my life. The only thing I could see happening is like maybe going paleo if I ever felt I needed like sweet potatoes or maybe white rice. I mean, I'm still experimenting with everything, but as far as right now, I've been doing wonderful and I'm absolutely loving this diet. I mean, I'm training, so I eat at like 5. I have my tea at like 5 a.m. in the morning, and then I don't train till 10:30. And I'm doing that completely fasted. And afterwards, I go back to work, and I still haven't eaten anything, but I'm not hungry. Like, if I was on carbs, oh my gosh, I would come home and eat everything in sight. When I come home, I usually have like 3 slices of bacon with a little bit of tea. I mean, I love the bulletproof tea stuff. It's my favorite thing. But I mean, that's how my evenings go. And then me and my daughter will go play, and I'll do arts and crafts with her and stuff. I mean, this weekend we went to the pumpkin patch, and I ate at 5 a.m. like I usually do. We didn't get home till like 3 o'clock, and I hadn't eaten anything, and we were completely fine. It's just things like that. Like my daughter right now, she's more on the paleo style. I do have her on rice and stuff because I haven't gotten the greatest research about kids and what they need as they're growing. I'm still like looking at that. So we're still experimenting, but she does get all whole food. I keep her, I mean, I don't have any candy in my house. We don't drink juice. She's off of dairy. So it's just things like that. This diet is really, really self-made, and so you can't just watch what somebody else is doing and do what they're doing. You know, you really have to experiment. You really have to see what works for you. You know, eggs aren't for everybody on this diet. Milk and dairy is not for everyone on this diet. And not milk, I'm saying like some people can do cheese, some people can't do cheese. I'm trying to get off the cheese just because I feel like I have weird cravings when I take it. But just things like that, you know, you really have to tap into who you are, and trust me, it's very easy on this diet. Like I mean, all that fat going to your brain, it's absolutely just nourishing, and you have just a whole new mental clarity. But I think that's going to be all for this vlog. If you guys have any ideas on what else you would like to hear, please let me know. I'm just enjoying updating just on how everything's going. I really like to see how I'm doing. I'll try and get some more training videos up here pretty soon, but have a great day and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks.